What's good with y'all, man? I'm coming at y'all with another update. Probably one that a lot of people been waiting on. I know a lot of people been waiting on this. To hear whether I went over or stayed under the $5,000 budget. So, I like to reiterate, man, before I get into the pricing and all of that, I like to reiterate the purpose of this bill because a lot of people forgot or people were seeing episodes here and there because I can tell by the questions I was getting asked that people were forgetting the goal of this bill. Now, I didn't build this to be my real hot rod. I didn't build this trying to run a certain ET. That was never the purpose. I'm not trying to go as fast as possible. I was trying to build a starter hot rod for under 5 grand. I mean, getting it crunk, running and driving for under 5,000. Not counting nitrous or MSD or none of that other stuff. Just getting it crunk up, running drive for under 5,000. That was the goal of this. Not nothing else. And the whole reason I did this is to show people, because I know it's a lot of people that watch this channel, and some that watch this channel that are just getting into hot rod and stuff. So I want to show people you don't have to have 10 and 20 grand to try to build a hot rod. That you can get it done for cheap to start out. You can build your little starter car. Which is why I chose to pay for labor too. I do know how to do stuff myself, but I chose to pay for labor to keep it as real world as possible because a lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people don't know how to do stuff themselves. So just cause I know don't mean the next person knows. So I kept it realistic and I was like, I'm gonna pay for labor too. Now, I set the budget super tight because I built hot rods before. I done built cars before. I done had plenty of cars. And I knew this was gonna be a challenge to me. So I wanted to make it challenging for myself as well. So $5,000 is a super tight budget. Now, I gotta say this before I get into the price. A lot of people will always say, why you didn't go LS or you should have went LS. No. If you're a real car builder, then you automatically know that's out. That's $5,000 is out. Buying a car, this $5,000 for people that forgot or don't know, and this whole total included buying the vehicle, buying the motor and transmission, all the parts to go with it, and paying for labor. All of that was included in $5,000. The $5,000 was not just the valve train. It was the price of the vehicle too. So going LS, even if I would have found a $700 or $700 5.3 intake carb and stuff, it's still gonna go exceed the $5,000 budget. Trust me. That's why I didn't go LS. Wasn't smart to do. I would not made budget. So with that being said, I'm gonna get into the pricing. Now, I originally started out with a Monte Carlo, if you saw in the series, which I paid $500 for, and then I switched over to my S10, which I already had. Reason being, people didn't know the budget build motor was going to end up in the truck anyway. That was my original plan, to put the motor in the truck after I got this finished. And I was going to build a turbo motor for the Monte Carlo, all out race car, because it was already going that way anyway, the way the car was set up. So I got to thinking, I'm like, I really don't want a race car. I can't make myself build a race car. I like true street cars. I like hot street cars, stuff you can drive. I don't want nothing. I just got to pull to the track all the time. That's just my preference. I like them, but I don't want no race car that I got to pull around everywhere. I just don't. And I don't want no pump faking street car. I want a real street car. I can hop in, get down, go to the track, do what I do, and come back if I want to. So that's what I want. So, and I paid $250 for the truck. So it made more sense. I would put $250 back in my budget. And I'm really trying to get this done. So I switched it over. So I paid $250 for the truck, which also came with V8 swap, V8 swap engine mounts, and it came with headers already. So I was like, it make more sense to use the truck. So I used the truck. $250. Amazing deal on that. The transmission core, which I use a turbo 350. I paid $100 for it, which was just a bad transmission. I needed it for the casing and stuff, so I paid $100 for that. Then I took it up to DJ at Showtime Transmissions, and DJ hooked it up, man, and got it done. And I paid $375. Well, I didn't have to come out of pocket for that. DJ looked out. That's my fam. That's my family. And $375 for that would have been the cost though. I factored in everything. I like to say this too. I know people probably were mad. Some people like, how you gonna say you're doing this and you ain't paying for it? Well, I factored in every single price, whether I paid for it or not. People just came out and wanted to donate. I didn't ask not one time. You can't find the video. You can't find a Facebook post where I asked if anybody wanted to donate a part. People just reached out to me out the kindness of their heart. So it's a lot of y'all that really support me and support what I do, man, and rock with me, and I appreciate y'all for that. I appreciate y'all for that, and I factored in the cost for everything. So for y'all, if you one of the people that was mad, oh well. But anyway, $375 for the intake, not intake, the transmission rebuild. Make sure I'm still recording. Cause y'all don't know, man, I literally just recorded all of these, and the camera stopped recording, man. Boy, I was disgusted. But anyway, the intake, my buddy my buddies Mike and Doug, man, they donated the intake, which is Elderbrock and Durashine dual plane intake. And normally they would have sold it for $200 used, but they donated, man. They looked out. So shout out to them, man. Much love. They looked out on their intake and tack and some more stuff. So shout out to them. The carburetor, I got shout out Scott over at DMR, Dependable Metal Recycling. Y'all saw that update. Scott donated the carburetor, Holly 600, which they normally go for like $200 used. So Scott donated the carburetor, man. Much love to Scott. That's the Gringo crew that fought up the green photo Malibu. Actually did a ride reaction in it. A true street car problems too. So shout out to Scott. So $200. Hope y'all writing this down, keeping up with it and everything. So after that, the labor was $1,200. Like I explained why I paid labor. That's a good price. That was for a rebuild and install and all of that. But look what he having to go through. He cleaned the motor up by hand. I ain't go to the machine shop. I couldn't. They want to put me over budget. I did not go to the machine shop. Y'all look at all he did. It's my uncle, so I still paid him. I had to keep it real world. He done built all of my stuff too. I know a lot of y'all been calling him too, and shout out to everybody calling him. I paid $250 for the motor. Bought it as a running motor. I didn't hear it run. The guy I bought it from, Darius, shout out to Darius. I knew him, and I trusted him, and he gave me an amazing deal, like $250. It was a complete motor, but the heads were bad, needed valve seals in it. So I went ahead and started looking for some heads. Originally, the original way I was gonna do this, I definitely know would have been easy, but I paid $250 for the motor. So people asking, no, I did not touch that short block. Y'all might have missed the episode. We did not touch that short block. No rings, no bearings, nothing. All that would have cost money. Took the oil pan off, inspected it, everything looked good. Put an oil pan gasket on it and a new oil pump. Cost oil pump life for your motor too. And I got a junkyard 350 short block. So yeah, recessed pistons, stand-up bore, all of that good stuff. $250. The cam and lifters, I was able to squeeze that in the budget. I paid $103 for the cam and lifters. They came from Jegs. It's a Jegs performance cam. So the real cost for me, I actually came out of pocket $63 for that cam and lifters, because I did a sponsor little deal with Jegs, did some sponsor content for Instagram and stuff, and I got $60 off. So I really paid $63, but I didn't put my cost because everybody else would have had to pay $103. So I'm keeping it real with this bill. So whatever total I tell y'all at the end is really for me minus $60. Let me see. I paid $150 for the stall. Shout out to my buddy Static for that. He looked out on the stall, so I paid $150 for that. It's used as well. It's a 3,000 stall. Matches, all my combination matches. I'm just gonna say that. The floor shifter came from Cam Mays and Mays Transmissions out in Tennessee. Once again, it was donated. He wanted to look out and help out on the bill, and it was donated, man. I appreciate him for that. Shout out to Cam Mays again. Like I said, but I factored in the cost for the shifter since it was used at $100. So $100 for the shifter. Make sure I'm still recording. Okay, we're good. The World Products heads, $500 for them. My buddy TJ, he actually from my hometown. He looked out for me on the head, so $500 for the heads. They were used. They're 200cc runners, 64cc combustion chambers, 202, 160 on the valves. So, a miscellaneous O'Reilly's receipt, $609. That's I didn't want to list all the parts cause it's been too extensive and knick-knack. So that's stuff like the water spouts, the water neck, battery, spark plug wires, distributor, what else? Just odds and ends, man. The accelerator, carburetor springs and stuff. All of that, man. Just 12 quarts transmission fluid. Cause I got an empty transmission. Break-in oil filter, little knick-knack stuff like that you gotta have. So $609 at O'Reilly's one time. I got a miscellaneous AutoZone receipt for $60. Same thing, little knick-knack stuff, little miscellaneous stuff. So I had that. And then another miscellaneous AutoZone receipt for $357. Once again, same thing, just little knick-knack parts. They really do. So I got $1,000 in just miscellaneous knick-knack stuff that you have to have, y'all. I told you the nickel and dime stuff would get you. Alright, hope y'all keeping up with it. Text, I'm still recording, okay. Then the roller rockers. Y'all saw the roller rockers, man. They came from my buddy Sean Arnold. He really did a lot for this build. He looked out for me a lot on this build. Sean Arnold, man. He get all kinds of parts, man. So a lot of y'all contact me on Instagram and other places, and some of y'all have actually purchased things from him when I refer him. So appreciate y'all for that. And cause he's a good dude, he gives amazing prices. A lot of people asking about my valve covers. They love the valve covers. They came from Sean Arnold. One person already bought some. So he did the roller rockers, brand new. He gave me an amazing deal. I paid $75 for the roller rockers. Although that's what I paid, I still put the cost what it would cost for the roller rockers if you were to go buy them from Simon or somewhere like that, which is $140. So my real cost $75, but $140. I told you I'm gonna keep this real. So even the total I'm gonna tell you, the total I'm gonna tell you is what it would cost for somebody else doing this. It's not my true total of what I spent. So let's keep that in mind too. The pulleys. I didn't have to come out of pocket as well either. Sean looked out for me on the pulleys. But they would normally be $85 for my crankshaft and my water pump pulley. The alternator brackets, which Sean looked out for on them too. But they would normally be $40. Then the valve covers, which Sean also looked out for them. Looked out for me on the valve covers. But I got $75 for them. Okay. Then the exhaust. The exhaust gonna be about $100. DJ looked out on the exhaust, but it's gonna cost about $100 when it all get done, said and done, pipes and all of that. Cause I got a whole system already, so I had to start back up, y'all. I caught it. Start recording. But then the drive shaft. I had to get a drive shaft cause mine didn't work. So the drive shaft $50. So $50 for the drive shaft. And then I got the timing tab separately because there's something I forgot in the miscellaneous receipts. The timing tab was $14. So I told y'all I'm not gonna leave nothing out. I'm not gonna leave nothing out at all. So then the radiator and fan. The radiator and fan came with the Monte Carlo. It did come with the Monte Carlo. So that all worked in together. It came in with Monte Carlo, so it kind of like it came with the truck basically. The last thing I had to buy was the headers. I had to buy the headers, man. I used the truck because I had headers that came with the truck, which I found out they were headers for a straight plug head. Straight plug GM head or straight plug head period. Y'all saw in one of the updates that I said the header's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to get headers. So my buddy TPV Productions, that's his YouTube channel. Go look him up, TPV Productions. He got a bad S10 too. And go look him up, subscribe to him. I know a lot of y'all already subscribed to him now and showed him love from that other update video, but he saw and he was like, I got you. I'm gonna send you these headers out. I got some headers for angle plug heads. He sent them out. They're on the truck now, but I think they're headers for angle plug GM heads. If you're doing an S10 swap, man, I'm gonna give you a little tip now. You got so many different headers. You got headers that are specifically for aftermarket angle plug heads. I didn't know this. Now, this is my first V8 swap S10. I will say this. I done built cars, but this is my first V8 swap S10. It is. So, I had to order headers for angle plug aftermarket head. And they cost me $290, and I'm waiting on them to get here now. I'm waiting on them to get here. So that's the hold up. That's why I ain't dropped no video on the truck. So they cost me $290. Which after that, y'all ready? Drum roll. Brought my grand total to $5,248. I went over $248. I ain't gonna lie, at first, man, I was down about it. I ain't gonna tell no lie. Like, I really wanted to say I got this done for under $5,000. Man, I was like, man, God, you know, it was killing me at first. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, it's still impressive. It really is. It's still impressive to be able to say I built a V8 swap S10, cost of the truck and everything, and paying somebody to do the work for up under $5,300. That's impressive, man. That's impressive. That's impressive. And if you really think about it, I added all up. The total cost of my motor is $1,097. That's what it cost me. It would cost somebody else. It would have been $1,157. The reason it would have been $1,157 cost of the cam. But if you take $60 out of that, which is what I really paid for the cam, $63, it'll be $1,197. Round up, I got $1,100 motor in my truck. That motor y'all see, that's from intake to oil pan with valve covers on. $1,100 motor. My short block is I got a $342 short block. That's crazy. If you don't know what a short block is basically the motor minus the top end, minus the heads, minus the intake. Just basically the pistons and crank and rods and the cam and the oil pan on. That's a short block. I have a $342 short block. Y'all think I killed with this stuff run, man? Whatever it run, I'm gonna be happy. I got a $1,100 motor. So even though I went over about $248, it's still impressive, man. I got a whole truck I built for up on the $5,300 with labor included, and I still didn't have to go over. If you wrote this stuff down, I paid $140 for the rockers. Well, I paid $75, but they cost $140 for the rockers. I didn't have to have the roller rockers. I could have just kept my regular Stamped steel rockers and put them back on and recycled them, and that would have been $140, knocked out the budget, which would have brought it down to $51.08. And then I didn't have to accept that EnduroShine intake from Mike and Doug. I didn't have to accept that. I could have bought a regular dirty aluminum one used or something for about $100, and there I go. I would have been pretty much up under the $5,000 budget. And it's some more stuff I could have sacrificed on. I could have used my I could have got some regular junkyard valve covers. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to use the pretty pulleys or the brackets. So it's a lot of places you can bend and sacrifice. It depends on your budget, what you can afford. But I could have bent in those places. It been well up on the 5,000. I could have did it for up on the 5,000. It's just the choices that I made. So you got to keep that in mind. But when you doing this, you know, the places you can bend, you can do a little at a time. Like I said, if you're a person with a tight budget and you want all that nice stuff, you might not start out like that, but get it a little at a time. That's the whole purpose of the project. Show you build a starter and then you build onto it. You build onto it or whatever. So that's the whole purpose of this. Now from here on out, I'm gonna do updates. Like I said, I got a like page I started, the Cheapskate S10, where it's called JMALCOM / the Cheapskate S10. It's on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, please go like that page and follow that page too, because I am gonna be doing vlogs on that Facebook page. I'm gonna be vlogging on that page. But I am gonna continue updates on this truck right now until it makes a pass, which I'm planning on debuting. Whoever have an event in November, depending on, I'm gonna debut at somebody's event in November. I don't know. Reason November, y'all probably saying why so far out? Well, man, I've been running 90 days straight. Like, I had zoned out. I got my goals up there on the board back there, and I was like, I'm gonna give myself 90 days to complete these little immediate goals. And I've been running, and this month gonna end my 90 days, and I'm going on some vacations next month. So I'm still gonna be covering stuff, but I'm going on some vacations next month, so I'm gonna kind of enjoy myself and my family too. And then I'm gonna get back, and then I'm gonna be worrying about debuting the truck. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to put the rear end in. I'm gonna put an 8.8. I gotta address that comment. I seen somebody say, why 8.8? Well, for one, this budget build motor not staying in this truck. It's not staying in this truck. I'm gonna put a hot street motor in it, and it's better to be safe than sorry. And 8.8 is what I want. So I'm going for 8.8. Better safe than sorry. If you don't know that in hot rodding, you need to learn that. Better safe than sorry. You better have overkill. Having overkill on the rear end is okay. Now, sometimes on your motor, it's not okay. But having overkill for a rear end is cool. My chassis is going to be set up. I'm going to do cow tracks. My suspension going to be set up. My rear end going to be ready. 8.8 out of Explorer 373 gear. They come 410 too. So y'all going to see that. I'm going to go to pull apart. We're going to pull the rear end. I'm going to take it to Jesse at Lawless Street Cars. He going to size it, because that's what Jesse do. Fabrication, he do everything. He nice with it. Y'all know that's who I bought the Monte Carlo from originally. So the truck going over there, he going to hook the rear end up. Y'all going to get to see how he get down, because, you know, a lot of these guys do a lot of grudge cars, so they don't never really get to showcase their work, because you got to be so secretive. Y'all know my channel primarily no time grudge cars. So they got to be so secretive, so they don't never get to showcase exactly what they can do. So I'm going to show y'all everything. So y'all get to see how Jesse get down and all of that, if he want to be on camera. And then y'all going to see how to pull in the rear end. I am putting an 8.8, so I had to address that comment. The cam, people talking about the cam break-in. The cam is okay, y'all. It's fine. Truck is fine. It's running crispy. It's good. I had solid lift cams. I had flat hydraulic lift. All of that. It's good. What else? Make sure we still recording okay. I'm trying to think of everything. Engine bay. Y'all talking about me painting the engine bay. Listen, I don't like an ugly engine bay, but I wasn't finna paint over that rusty inner fender. I wasn't finna do it. Somebody said I had time to, yeah, no. I don't be having a lot of time all the time. I can't just go to the junk yards, and it ain't a lot of S10s floating around the junk yards no more. They're modernizing the pull aparts and stuff, so they're getting rid of a lot of the older stuff. And I've been looking for inner fenders here and there. I was just gonna buy them new, but my buddy Chad gave me some inner fenders, so I got some inner fenders now. So yeah, I got inner fenders. They're gonna get painted, all that good stuff. So the engine bay will be crispy now. So that's that. What else? I'm trying to think of all the comments. What else? I'm not taking nothing out of my truck. It's not a race truck. I told y'all it's not. I'm not taking my heater box out. I'm putting heat. My truck gonna have heat, and I'm planning on putting AC on it if I can get it. If I can squeeze it on it, I'm putting the AC on it. It's gonna be a real street truck. I'm gonna drive it to the track sometimes. I'm gonna race it, and I'm gonna come back home. Real street truck. I'm gonna relocate the battery in the bed. I'm gonna put a 12. I'm gonna put a 12 to 15 gallon fuel cell in it, cause I have a real street truck. I want to shout out the other people that donated to the bill too, like Mokels. That's his name on Facebook. MOKELS Mokels, and the Team HRT, Jonathan Evans Race Engine. I want to shout out to them because they donated the MSD stuff. He looked out, man, and some more stuff. And let me see, still recording, I'm checking. And I want to shout out Angry Yankee, man, donated the fuel pump, electric fuel pump, and I'm trying to see. Michael, I want to shout out Michael Owens out in Texas for donating some nitrous stuff. He donated nitrous plate and all of that, solenoids. And I want to shout out my sponsor, DNR Auto, Matt, for donating nitrous plate and some more stuff. Matt looked out. All these people looked out on the bill, man. All these people really looked out. And who else? I'm trying to think who else, man. I don't like to leave nobody out. Y'all, even though I shouted them out during building the truck in the updates, we still record. I want to make sure I'm not leaving nobody out. That's why I'm looking over here, because I got some parts and stuff right here on the floor. Oh yeah, Rob over at Nitrous Dynamics for the nitrous bottling line. That's his company, man. Y'all look up Nitrous Dynamics on Facebook, and he can do awesome deals on his nitrous stuff. And let's see, that's it. I think that's everybody. It's been fun to do, man. This been a fun bill. That's what it's about. To show people that drag racing about having fun, man. Cause it's so much about money to a lot of people now. Racing ain't about money. If you racing, man, most of the time you got something. You got a little something. You already got money. Like why get into it trying to break the bank, man? Especially with, y'all know I film a lot of mostly no time and grudge racing, and that is a lot about money now. Yeah, it's about grudge racing. If somebody tell you it's strictly about money, they got lost in the sauce somewhere along their timeline of racing. Grudge racing is not strictly about money. Grudge racing is about putting something on the line. Whether it's a case of beer, whether it's a meal, whether it's just for bragging rights to say, hey, I bust Joe, that's what grudge racing about. Grudge racing don't supposed to be about money strictly. So, but I like racing, period. So I did this bill to show people that just getting started, man. Sometimes you can take a little and turn it into a lot over the course of time. And it's about having fun. I'm gonna have fun with this truck. I'm not gonna grudge race my truck. I'm gonna light the boards up and show people what it run. Why would I not? I had thousands of people following this bill, watching. I want to show people what this thing gonna do. I don't care what it runs. I really don't, but I'm gonna show people what it do. Now, I can't remember who commented. Somebody said, "Oh, I should do a giveaway. That's a good idea." So I think I'm a team up with one of the headlight companies I like to promote, the LED light companies. I think I'm gonna do a giveaway on some LEDs, and to the person who gets the ET. But I'm gonna drop official details on that when we get closer to me getting ready to run the truck. I gotta check this thing still recording, y'all. I did this whole video and the thing had stopped recording. I had the screen flipped around so I couldn't see myself. Whole thing had stopped recording, man. I was sick. So yeah, I'm gonna do the giveaway, but I'm gonna drop details as it get closer. And I think that's it, man. That's it. I hope y'all enjoyed this update. But for everybody said I went over, you were right to an extent. You were right. But I could have stayed under, like I said. But the headers just took me over, man. It happens. It's part of the game. But I can legit say, or anybody else can say, hey, J Malcolm built a whole V8 swap S10 and bought it for under $5,300, and I got an $1,100 motor. A lot of people like to brag about how they junk being so expensive. I'm like, mine's cheap, man. I got a $342 short block. I don't care what this thing run. Cheapskate, that's the name of the truck. Cheapskate, it's a perfect name cause we got it done cheap. So it's a perfect name for the truck. So Cheapskate S10. Truck will be getting paint and all. It's gonna be clean. The truck is going to be clean, nice interior, everything. It's gonna be very nice. It's gonna get some racing wheels and stuff on it. All of it's gonna be a nice looking truck, real street truck. Heat. Plan on putting air on it and everything. So I'm not taking the weight out the truck. I don't want to do it. I know people commenting. It's not happening though. It's not happening. I like street cars. I like real street cars. So, on that note, I hope y'all enjoyed this update, man, and share this video out. You can check the playlist. I got a playlist for all these videos in chronological order, so you don't have to go searching for them. $5,000 budget bill playlist. And man, keep supporting, man. I love all of y'all for real. I genuinely do appreciate y'all. I hope to see y'all out at the track. I meet a lot of y'all. And that's it, y'all. I'm out.